So yeah, I think overall it was about 8 or 9 million that I was actually a little over 8 million is what I walked off with last night.
I spoke to Sahil Arora about his token called Broccoli, which he pushed to a staggering $9 billion market cap all by himself before he pulled the rug. How he did it and what happened. I made a video a while ago where I explained why market cap as an indicator in crypto is deceiving you and how it shouldn't exist. For those of you who haven't watched that video, first I'll show you what's in it. And second, I'm assuming some illness prevented you from watching it, so I'll have to ask you to provide me with some proof from your doctor. Thanks. Now let me explain what we are talking about here. When you want to buy some crypto, any, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Peanut, or the disastrous rug pull endorsed by the president of Argentina, Libra? Yeah, that happened. Anyway, when you want to buy some crypto, the first thing you look at is the market cap. Your decision to buy or not is based on your assessment of how high the thing can still go. If the market cap is low, say $500,000 or million, you'll decide to buy because you think there is still room to grow. If the market cap is high, say 1 billion, you'll probably say, nah, I'll skip it. That's how everyone thinks, and the result is that the entire crypto industry operates on a template that's not based in reality. I'll show you the shortened version of the video I mentioned, although you should watch the whole thing to fully understand everything, where I explained how market cap in crypto works when it comes to traditional token deployment. There is no bonding curve, but the creator mints the entire supply and then allocates to himself as much as he wants. 50, 80 or 99%, whatever. Let's watch. Dogecoin to $100. Rocket, rocket, rocket. Dude, what are you smoking? Its market cap doesn't allow it. Let me show you how market cap works in crypto. I'm going to create my own token. I'm going to call it EV. EV has a total supply of 100 billion tokens. Now I'm going to scatter all those tokens across a bunch of addresses, and then I'm going to buy one EV from myself at $1. Look at that. Suddenly EV is the 5th largest crypto by market cap. Now I'm going to ask my dad to buy one EV from me for $2. He's going to ask me what you are smoking, so I'm going to ask my brother. And Solana and Tether are down. Now I'm going to ask my mom to buy that one EV from my brother for $20. And ta-da! EV is now the largest cryptocurrency with a 2 trillion market cap. So, will the market cap allow Dogecoin to reach $100? I have no idea. Now, when it comes to bonding curves, such as the launch of tokens on Pump Fund, the situation is a little different. Since all tokens are initially in the liquidity pool, the token creator cannot take it for free, he has to pay. And the more he buys, the more expensive the price becomes. And this is where Sahil Arora comes into the story. Sahil is, I'm sure you've heard of him, a well-known rug puller. Everyone hates him for it. Sahil is also known for launching a bunch of celebrity meme coins like Caitlyn Jenner, Jason Derulo, and others. But Sahil is especially known for the fact that whenever celebrities start pretending they didn't know what they were doing, he pulls out proofs, contracts, private messages, and the like, showing that not only did they not care what would happen to their tokens, but they were only interested in how much money they could extract from their fans, how much their cut would be. And when I saw that he launched Broccoli and pushed it to a market cap of $9 billion, I knew there was no better person to ask to tell us what it looks like from the other side. So I sent him a message, told him I was making this video, and asked him if he would like to answer a few questions. He said, Sahil launched Broccoli on Pump Fund. He first made a few buys and sells right after the launch to get rid of the bots. After that, he bought about 793.1 million tokens for $14,000 in 15 transactions before the migration. Pump Fund migrated 206.9 million tokens to Radio. And immediately after that, Sahil bought 202.9 million tokens for $771,600. At that point, he held about 996.2 million Broccoli, so 99.62% of the supply, which he paid a total of $786,000. Only 4 million Broccoli remained on the market. The first thing I was interested in was whether he knew how many tokens he bought out of the remaining 4 million and how much he paid for them. He said it cost an additional $100,000, but he wasn't 100% sure because he was... I've heard a lot of drunk trading stories and they usually don't end well. Well, this isn't one of them. I asked him why he pulled the rug. I didn't ask him to appeal to his compassion for investors. That's not his thing. But to understand what was going on behind the scenes. Did people stop buying at such a high market cap? Because he dumped when the market cap was somewhere between $9 and $10 billion. So I asked him, would it have been more profitable to slowly sell those tokens at $10 or maybe $20 a piece? If he hadn't sold and let the price go higher. He said, I always one clip. I just saw the numbers for good and blew it up. And then I remembered later that we have other wallets with that 100,000 buys. So I went to nuke them again in a clip. No point to DCA exit, creates volatility. At this point, I realized that my previous question was not clear, so I rephrase it. I was thinking that if you held that 99.6% and only sold what you had over that, wouldn't you have taken more money? For example, if you had sold 2 million tokens at an average price of $9, that would be $18 million. I also asked him how much money did you take on broccoli. He sent me a voice message, so let's listen to it.
Mathematically, yes, but apparently the liquidity would not have supported a large sale of that amount because the volume was not equivalent to what you calculate. Because if I were to sell 18 million, that was probably 2/3 of the whole volume, so it would have never really been that number. And the minute I clip something from my main dev wallet, it would have just tanked. So yeah, roughly I think I walked off with about 7.5 million on one wallet, roughly. And then on the other wallets, I made almost close to 900,000, roughly again. So yeah, I think overall it was about 8 or 9 million that actually a little over 8 million is what I walked off with last night. Yeah, in about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
And so Sahil showed us with a real example that it takes less than $900,000 to manipulate the price of a token and push the market cap to fabulous highs. The reason for this is, of course, that there were few tokens on the open market, and all those buyers who came paid more and more for each token. The market cap formula is the price times the number of tokens in circulation. While the price was multiplied by 1 billion minted tokens, hence 9 billion market cap, there were actually only a few tokens on the market, as everything else was held by Sahil. So it didn't take much money to push the market cap to 9 billion.